Hi, my name is Yona. I'm the after school leader at Field Teen Center, and today I'm going to talk about Emergency Contact by H.K. Choi, in which Penny and Sam are totally not flirting with each other. They're just being good emergency contacts. And I listened to it on Libby as an audiobook. So Penny and Sam are both in their late teens, early 20s, and they're both sad, but they're sad in different ways. They're going through it. So Penny is living in the shadow of this very flirty, hot mom, which she hates, and is trying to figure out how to be independent and get space from her mom, as her mom is like increasingly kind of clinging to her and trying to be best friends, and also dealing with being Korean American in Texas and what that means. Sam is living above a bakery where he works because he had to drop out of school. He's dealing with a lot of money issues. He's got issues with his family that he doesn't talk to anymore. And also his ex is maybe pregnant, and they have to talk about that. So when Sam has a panic attack out in a public space and Penny comes across him and helps him, they exchange numbers and become emergency contacts and start to get to know each other in ways that I think a lot of the people around them are not getting to know each other because they've both had these walls up to protect themselves and keep other people out. So as they get to know each other, we get to know them too. And they are interesting. Penny is, she doesn't think the way other people do. She's a writer. She's got a little bit of anxiety, and it makes her have this bag full of anything a human might need. And some of these things surprise Sam. And then Sam is messy. So it means a lot for Penny to be able to be there and support him and stay interested, even though there's all this other stuff going on. And of course, there is the question of, so they're talking a lot, so they're getting to know each other, so they're sharing a lot of personal stories and information and calling each other late at night. But like, where's this going? What does this mean? And Penny is really worried that he's going to stay with the hot ex-girlfriend who clearly he's very invested in, and they're going to have a baby together. What is she even doing? Why is she wasting her time talking to him? But they can't seem to stop talking to each other, and they start to really rely on each other. So I'm not going to tell you how it ends. You're just going to have to read the book and find out. But I will say I really enjoyed getting to know both of them. I thought they both felt like pretty real people who were like going through some tough stuff. And I liked getting to see them deal with it and come out on the other side more or less okay, or at least more okay than they were at the beginning, to see them kind of work through it together. And I also really enjoyed, so like I said, Penny is a writer, and we get to hear about the story that she's working on in her class, which if you're reading books, you probably like stories. And that was a cool way to get to know her, and I liked the story that she was writing. So that was like a fun little bonus that I didn't expect. And then, of course, we also get to know the mothers fairly well, or at least like what Penny and Sam each think about their moms. They both have a lot of stuff happening with their moms. So there were some parallels there and also some pretty different realities. And in both cases, I thought it was handled thoughtfully and was interesting. And then they are connected by Penny's roommate, who's Sam's kind of relative, give or take a few divorces. And that relationship also comes into play because she has asked Penny not to date Sam. And so she doesn't tell her that they are talking. And of course, they're roommates. Something's got to give. So if you like love stories, if you like character-driven stories, you will like this one. I would also recommend Rainbow Rowell is actually quoted on the cover praising the book, and I think that her work, especially Fangirl, is pretty relevant to this kind of storytelling as well. And I'll make sure that in the description we've got some suggestions for some other teen romances that might be interesting to you if you have read this book or thought about reading this book. But I liked this one a lot. I hope you'll like it too. And if you read it and check it out, definitely give us a comment and let us know, what did you think of the book? Who was your favorite character? Did it end the way you expected? And what are you reading next? Looking forward to hearing about it.